but we're going to speak in English now. I am so excited that Angela is from Brazil as well, and she's doing an incredible work that I am so passionate about. But I think that she's probably one of the best people to be talking about our energetic body, our the body that we don't see, and sometimes we're not connected with. And I think that is such an important part of health that people don't really give so much importance to it. And I really would love Angela to talk to us about it, to educate us a little bit more about it, how we can connect to this energy as well. Hi, Angela, how are you?
Hello, Angelica. Thanks for having me here. I'm very excited. Thank you so much.
So tell us a little bit more about, about the energetic body, about Reiki, about the work that you're doing.
Yes, absolutely. So just quickly, so for everyone to understand, I'm a Reiki Master, and I also do holistic counseling. So I have been working for more than 10 years, understanding the energy, the body that we have, because what we have learned is that we don't only have the physical body, we have emotional body, a mental body, and energy body. Yeah. In these days, we can get more in touch and understand more of this, because neuroscience and quantum physics have been doing lots and lots of studies behind it. But, for the yogis, 5,000 years ago, they already knew that. So what happens is this, every time you have a thought, every time we think about something, you are creating a vibration, a frequency that you're emanating to the magnetic field. So everything on this planet Earth is energy. When you break down to the smallest size, we're going to find cells, the atoms, and the nucleus, and there is this space where is the nothingness. Yeah. So there is energy in there, and that's what we call. In Chinese medicine, we call qi. In yogis, prana. In Reiki, we call life force. So there is a life force in this planet, in this universe, that dictates everything. Our hair grows, the season changes, the tides change. So what is behind it? Life force, energy, right?
Mm-hmm.
And our body is the same. So every time you have a thought, you create a frequency. Yeah, that is emanating in this electromagnetic field that is around us. And every time you think about something, instantly you create an emotion. What is emotion? Emotion, energy, emotion.
Yeah.
And if you look at that, how many times you hold that same pattern of thoughts and creating that same feeling for many, many, many years. So we get to a point that frequency of your thought and your emotion holds in your body to a point that you are solidificates in your body. And that's when you create the disease. That's when you create physical pain. So when working from perspective of life force, in acupuncture, right, we work with meridians. So meridians are like freeways, M1s, where life force energy is flowing, right? With our lifestyle in the Western society, not sleeping well, not eating properly, always stressed, only traffic, we constrict. Yeah, our body gets tense. We don't even realize. And with that, we constrict the life force flow of energy. Yeah. And when that constriction is there for many, many years, again, we manifest the disease. And I know this is a really thing that, we need to be careful when explaining this, because when people are going through hard challenges, especially with health, like for instance, your story, Angelica, with cancer, people come, Angela, you're telling me that I'm manifesting this for myself? We need to be just kind and gentle with this explanation. But in a sense, yes, we are. Yeah. But
I totally agree with that. And I think that for me, I realized that very quickly in my journey that I couldn't blame anybody anymore, with all the things that I had been blaming. I couldn't rely on anybody anymore, like just turn up to the doctors and to chemo and to do that. Yeah. I needed to take back the ownership of the things that I had been practicing, like you said, that hadn't being pro health. They hadn't helped my body. They hadn't helped my mind, body, and soul. So for me, I can say that I manifested the cancer because I had lived exactly like you explained for many, many years. And I know exactly when, the cancer started, when my immune system was able to get on top of it. And then when I went back to that same type of life, and the cancer finally just went, I can't. My body finally said, I can't do this anymore.
Yeah. So here is the thing. The intelligence, the body has its own intelligence. Yeah. And this intelligence is alive. We can't control sometimes. Yeah. So it's not that your body is allowing you to have cancer. Our body is seeking for balance and healing every day. Every day. Every single cell is working together to find balance and healing. Yeah. But sometimes when you're holding a frequency in your body, an energy that's really low vibration for many, many years, your body cannot handle it unless it needs to get your attention. It's like a message, your body saying, hey, we're working hard here, but now we need your help. Yeah, now we need your conscious, your mind, your heart, and your physical body to be in alignment. Because what happens when you're not in alignment? You think about something, you want to do something, but you feel different about it. Your heart wants something different. So you're reasoning about something. I have to do this. But your heart goes, but I don't really feel like that. And you end up acting completely differently. So that's completely in not alignment. Yeah. Your body's going to feel this. So right now in our society, in our humanity is lost in a sense that we are doing this too much. We are thinking too much, but we are not actually really feeling into it. What do I really want? What's that I really need? This is energy, right?
Yeah.
When I explain about thoughts and feelings. So we are running around seeking for answers, seeking for validation, seeking for the magic pill to fix our problems. We are seeking answers outside when it's all here. Yeah, back to your heart. And for us, it's so hard to be here because here is vulnerable. Yeah, here is showing your weakness, and we are scared of doing that. Why?
And it's painful, right? Like sometimes it's painful,
It's
but
really
what we don't realize is it's more painful to hold on to it or to spend your whole life avoiding it. Like for me, we were talking before off camera, I was angry before cancer, like anger, it is something that, it's an emotion that it's a moving emotion. It can move you to do good things, but it's also, if you keep being angry for so many years, it starts draining your life force because it's exhausting being angry, right? And I was not only, sick with the cancer, but I was burned out, right? Because I had been angry for so many years. And with that anger that I felt in my body all the time like that, constricted, that created the disease in my body.
So that's the beautiful thing. Your body was giving you, sending you a message. Yeah.
So many messages.
Sending you a message. So when you go through things like that, it's not about hating your body. It's not about blaming your body. It's connecting with your body. Yeah. It's, in a sense, I think when you are going through such experience like having a cancer, if you can be grateful for that, I think, like, get to that point where we start to be grateful. Thank you for being here and showing me this. And now you are calling me into alignment. Yeah. That's when the healing really starts to take place. Because
that's exactly what happened.
Yeah,
Exactly what happened to me.
At the end of the day is how you connect to yourself. Anger is that feeling that you're constantly self-blaming, self-criticism. Yeah. And any anger, we say that anger is the first emotion. It's like, if you can imagine a lake, anger is the first layer. It's there to protect deep, deep, deep emotions.
Yeah.
But when you know how to use anger, when you know how to express anger in a healthy way,
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what anger is here. That helps animals in nature to move forward. Yeah, the anger
Mm.
to protect, to find food, to go and explore the forest. There is wisdom in anger. The problem is we suppress the anger.
Yeah.
That turns into ourself against ourselves. Yeah, so hence why the energy of that frequency, the vibration of anger, it has to go somewhere and end up storing in your body. And here is the thing, Angelica. When we talk about holistic therapies, people instantly think about, the hippie guy, holistic. But actually, in fact, holistic is looking at your whole body, the four bodies. We are looking to your physical body, to your mental, emotional, and energy.
Energy.
You can call that energy, spiritual, whatever resonated, but we look at you from the
Yeah.
whole perspective that you're not only your body, there is more than that. Yeah.
Mm.
And in that process, we learn to look at, okay, it's not so much what's happening to me, it's why it's happening for me. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's when you start to go inside and change the perception, starting to see things, perhaps starting to think about how I am responsible for
Mm-hmm.
things that I'm creating in my life, how I'm responsible for my own pain. That's when you are in charge, because then you can change it. Yeah. Then you don't place all your destiny or your happiness on something else.
Yeah.
You don't rely on something else. You know that is here, is how we respond to life. And this is not easy because
No.
we're not told this way. Since a little kid, little girl, little boy, we are told to conform, to be a good girl, a good boy, yeah, to be always a good person, always people putting people first and using
Mm-hmm.
word. We are not. We grew up disconnected from the body. Yeah,
Yeah.
not feeling our emotions. We didn't know how to feel emotion. We
Yeah.
still don't know. Yeah,
Yeah.
this new generation now, with parents awakening and being more aware, we kind of like are teaching our kids to feel safe, to feel their emotions, but we
Mhm.
didn't have that. Yeah. I know that here in Australia it's similar, but in Brazil, Angelica, you know that. If you
Yeah.
stop crying, go to your room. Your room, go. Nobody likes you right now. Yeah. And you go,
Yeah.
what do I do with this? I'm a
Yeah.
good person because I'm sad. I can't be
Yeah.
sad. And that's the message that you send to your subconscious mind. I can't be sad because I'm a bad person.
Mhm.
I can't be angry because I'm a bad person. People come to my sessions. The first thing they do when they start crying, I'm sorry, I'm crying. We all do that. I'm
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah. When in tribes, if you cry, it's such a respect and honor because
Yeah.
you're trusting me to hold this space for you.
Mm.
Tears are sacred, and we're here together to help you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we have this message that tears and crying is something embarrassing and is bad. You should be doing that. But we need to learn first to self regulate, to understand what's going on here, and self compassion.
Yeah.
Only we can shift these energies within us. Yeah, the anger, the resentment, the blaming, the self
Yeah.
criticism. Yeah. So this is all how we connect our energy body to our physical body.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And there is a book, You Can Heal Your Life by
Yeah.
Louise. Yeah, it's an old book, but it's such a gem.
Powerful.
She explains the connection between lower back
Yeah.
pain and the emotions. Yeah, when you hold too much responsibility, when you
Yeah.
don't feel supported, when you don't feel supported financially. Think
Yeah.
about it. Lower back is the part of the body that holds everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And energetically is where your root chakra is, where you are here to feel, to
Yeah.
walk in this planet, to find your food, to find your shelter. So it makes sense that when you don't feel safe, that's the first thing that you're going to feel in your body is lower back pain. And we all have a sort of lower back pain in a certain stage in life. Yeah. So this is an invitation. Your body is an invitation, first of all, to come back to your body, because we numb. We are constantly numb. We're just here, we're
Yeah.
constantly here, but here we don't feel. Because as I said right at the beginning, we should come back to this. This is painful. There's a lot of things in there. But we need to learn to come back, to embody, to feel the body by understanding that it's safe for you to be here. And sometimes, Angelica, is not a cognitive process.
No.
Sometimes it's somatic.
Yeah.
We have a lot of traumas with our body. Yeah. Perhaps bullying at school, the older brother doing lots of stuff in all your physical aggression is always the traumas is all there. So sometimes when you touch someone, I always ask, and here in Australia is by law, you have to ask people, do you want hands on or hands off to receive Reiki? Why? Because some people are traumatized.
Yeah.
And touch them, they will cry instantly, they get really angry instantly, they can shut down.
Yeah.
Trauma response. So it's important for you, for your audience, and this is my homework for them, for this week, to start understanding how they are disconnecting themselves from the body. Feel anxious, anxiety, panic attack. The first thing we do, we don't want to be here. Oh my God, it's too much. My chest is excruciating. So meditation is stillness, silence. Invite you to come back here and breath is the first bridge to connect you and your body. It's the first bridge to invite you. It's okay. We're having a panic attack here. It's okay. What do we need? Instead of save me, save me, save me. What's happening? I don't want to feel this. Yeah. So this is all connected to the bodies, emotional, mental, physical, energetic. And I invite you, and everyone that is listening to this, watching this, is whatever you're going through in life right now, I invite you to ask yourself, how can you create more space for you to sit with yourself?
Beautiful.
Yeah, just feel it. Because deep inside, you have the answers. There is a center in you, a self-energy in you that is already a master. It holds wisdom. Yeah. We can only access this precious self-energy when we align mind and heart.
Yeah.
When it's too much in here, we're not here. So we cannot access this wisdom. Yeah. And hence why stillness and silence helps us to do that. And please don't get me wrong. People who have, suffer from anxiety or any other kind of, stress or mental disorders or mental health problems is really difficult.
Yeah.
Stillness. Yeah, it's really difficult. It's a process, but we can do it. Yeah, breath work, exercise, meditation. See what resonates with you. Don't go and try everything, but see what resonates, what works best for you. Sometimes taking a nap is how we start.
Yeah.
We need is just rest.
Yeah.
Okay, here. Yeah. So this is all ways for us to slowly start stepping into a different way of living. In this rat race, run every day, routine, wake up, drop off school, pick up, boom, 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 work.
Yeah.
We don't.
I need to know more. I need to be more productive. I need to use more my brain. But then the more you do that, especially when you're a high achiever, you just stay in that, like I said, in the mind, and you stay more and more disconnected from the body. And because you haven't, as a kid, if you are like our age group, being connected to feeling your feelings for so long, so you don't even know, like what do you mean, like a body, like what? And you just literally, all you know how to do is to run away from your body because you think that staying in your body is going to be too painful.
Yeah, it's too much to handle. Hence why we come tired from work, I'm going to have a wine. And I don't blame, please. This is not about blaming. This is just trying to understand why it's so good to have that wine, because the wine helps your mind to slow down, because your mind just helps you not go a bit here, but not to feel it. You numb a bit. It's distraction. It helps. It helps. It's a coping mechanism. It's a coping mechanism. The same thing with, working addiction. Yeah?
Yeah.
High achiever is good to be a high achiever. Of course it is. You achieve everything you want,
Yeah.
but there is a price with that because
Yes.
you become alcoholic. Yeah, you put all your distractions. Your brain will tell you everything that you need to do in order not to feel.
Yes.
Yeah. And that's a big challenge for us right now because sometimes there's so much in here that just the thought of feeling,
Yeah.
I don't even know how to do this. Like
Yeah.
sometimes people go like, no, 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 Angel, this is not for me.
Yeah.
And I say, you're human.
Yeah.
Yeah. And if you're human, you have this ability, you feel, and it's important to feel. So it's a journey. It's a journey. We are all learning. We are all learning. If I
Mm.
could say to you that right now, we adults, even early 30s, early 40s, whatever, early 50s, we are still a child in a sense. If I could look at the emotional body, we're still that little girl,
Yeah.
scared, yeah, scared, or seeking for a hug, or wanting someone to hold you tight because we are still learning to self-regulate. As a child, we need a parent where we can go and co-regulate to
Mm.
learn. Yeah.
Yes.
So that's what we do. And our kids are always observing us.
Yes.
Observing. So that's what we do when you are angry or when you're anxious or when you're tired or when you're happy. They're always observing. Yeah. So it's something that I always say to parents. It's not about teaching what happiness is being happy,
Yeah.
experiencing the happiness, so your kid will just go, yay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like right now, Angelica, uh, people is no how we were talking about before we start this interview. You're saying to me, Angela, when I had my cancer, I went into this
Yeah.
place where there was these two ways, or I
Yeah.
keep doing what I'm doing, or I go to this way that what is this? The
Yeah.
unknown. Yeah. So living holistically or starting to become aware of your body and understanding your emotions and inviting stillness and rest into your life. This is a new way of living. It's
Yeah.
the unknown. Our body doesn't know that. Oh, well, wait a minute. I'm always in fight and flight. What is relaxation mode?
Yeah.
Relaxation is not when you're watching Netflix and it goes like, this is good. I'm talking about a deeper relaxation in your
Mhm.
nervous system.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is for many of us is something that you haven't experienced in life,
Yeah.
perhaps when you're a young kid. Yeah. So when you choose the other way, it's like, what is this?
Yeah.
Your body's gonna, your mind is gonna doubt. Your
Yeah.
body's gonna be in shock. I can't do it. Yeah. Sometimes I have clients here and I always use meditation as a tool in my sessions, and people close their eyes and they open. It's okay. You don't need to keep your eyes open then.
Yeah.
It's a process. But you are walking into the unknown because your safe place before was living in fight and flight, was rushing, was, ticking the boxes in doing the to-do list.
Mm.
What life is about. We are
No.
here to live, to experience, and to be happy.
I'm
Yeah.
present. Yeah.
And present,
Yeah.
the most important.
Yeah. Be present.
I feel like when you had that decision, Angelica, and that choice to walk the other way, that's when you rebirthed. As you
Yeah.
said, né? There was a rebirthing. There was a new Angelica coming
Yeah.
forward.
Yeah. It's a beautiful way to explain because, like I said, I think people think that, it was like a smooth sailing journey. Like I said, your mind, every time at the beginning when I sat to meditate, my mind would be like, what are you doing? Like, this is not doing anything.
Mm.
Crazy thoughts coming in, like, you got cancer, you're going to die, this is terrible. And I kept showing up every single day, regardless of how my mind was showing up. I kept showing up for my body, in my yoga practices every day, even when I couldn't, when I felt sick, and I kept doing, the more I kept doing, the more my body gave back to me, and I always really, I don't like the word, I hate cancer, fat cancer. I don't like that because I embraced cancer. My second opportunity in life to change the trajectory of my life. And I loved my body so much in that process for everything that my body was doing, because my body was doing so much for me. You know, getting like wiped out by chemo every 2 sessions, and my body was coming back every 2 weeks. Sometimes it needed an extra week, and I'll be like, thank you for everything that you're doing for me. And I vouch for myself that I was never, ever going to leave my body again. You know, I'm never going to leave you. And I constantly speak to my body, don't worry, I am here. I'm here with you. I am not going to leave you. You know, because that disconnection, it's, if I can go back to that place, it's a sad existence. You're sad. Like, because you are not living in your home, right? You're living outside of it. But I would love you to tell us a little bit about the Reiki. Like, tell us a little bit about like when your clients come in, like what are the sort of things that you help them with when, you know, maybe with the Reiki sessions, and also like the, you know, the counseling sections, the holistic, yeah.
So Reiki is interesting. You know, it was channeled by a monk in Japan, 1824, but it existed beyond that. Yeah, they say that Jesus used to use his hands. Aboriginal people here use hands to heal the family. In Amazon rainforest, you know, the indigenous use their hands to heal. So it's part of being here. Yeah, our hands are healing portals. So Reiki, because it's a life force energy that is helping you to balance your energy body, your emotional body, mental body, physical body. It works in many levels. So sometimes when people come here and they cannot talk about their emotions, their mind doesn't allow. Yeah, there's many stories in there. Every time I ask, how do you feel about this? They come back with another story.
Yeah.
So when they go to receive Reiki, many times it's interesting. Sometimes they fall asleep, but other times they will cry.
Yeah.
This big cry. Why? Because by working on certain parts of the body, we touch that spot where there was a constriction.
Yeah.
And by feeling that vibration, we help that shift into a release. Yeah. And because the person is relaxed, deeply relaxed, the ego mind is not there anymore. Brain waves shift from gamma to alpha. Yeah. And go into this state of you dream, but you're not dreaming. You are here, but you're not here. That's how people feel when they receive Reiki. They are in between. They have this crazy vision that they come back. When the ego is not there and you're completely surrendered, the intelligence of the body knows exactly what to do to heal. Yeah. So if you have emotion that is suppressed and you're ready to release, sometimes we hold things in our body because there is a benefit behind it.
Yes.
Yeah. So when you truly surrender and you're ready for that, poof, there is a shift. Yeah. So other times, when people come with physical pain, and we help that to be released. And of course, please don't think that holistic therapy is like a Reiki, is a magic pill that, okay, you do once and off you go. No. If you go back to your life, to your normal habits and trapped into your routine, guess what's going to happen? Your body's going to go back to that frequency again. Yeah. So the work not only is receiving Reiki, and that's why I combine both, is actually you starting to realize, okay, where am I here holding beliefs that I'm myself? Where am I self-sabotaging? How can I understand my darkness, my pain, and turn that into wisdom? Yeah. So Reiki.
I think what you said is beautiful. Like, when somebody comes to you, and you probably can do that physically and online as well, like the Reiki, right? Yes. So there is an intention behind already from that person to heal. And I think that it's almost like you are 50% there.
Yes.
Because a lot of people, like you said, they're holding on to their disease, to their sickness, to their pain, because there is a benefit behind, like for me, holding on to my anger, there was the benefit of going like, I'm right and they are wrong. Oh, I'm look at me, I've gone through all of these really hard things, right? That was the benefit, like the getting my self-importance, self-assurance from that.
Oh, wow.
I needed to let go of that, to put myself forward and to go, I want to heal. And then, like you said, the body goes, oh, okay, I'm in. The mind, not so quickly. But the body goes straight in, I'm in. And I think when you put yourself forward and you go to see you're like, okay, that is my intention. And what you said is so important. You are already opening yourself.
And the intention, not only for this, but for everything in your life, when you have an intention, even if you wake up in the morning, my intention today is to stay present or to be in peace, you are sending an electromagnetic message to the field that that's what you want. Yeah. And guess what's going to happen? Your brain's going to go, oh, okay, we got that. Yeah. And your brain is going to seek. And this is actually, neuroscience can explain that we have part of in your brain here in your body that is always, if I say, Angelica, look for red cars. Red cars, they bring you luck. Man, you're going to see lots of red cars this week. Yeah. Because your brain is like, oh, okay, right? Subconsciously, your body's working with you. So when you come here and say, I always ask, what is the intention for this Reiki session? And you say, Angela, I just want to have more self-compassion.
Yeah.
So everything that is holding you or holding back, that it doesn't allow you to feel self-compassion, that's going to go. That's going to be released. And sometimes, yes, you need more than one session.
Yeah.
Absolutely, because there are layers in layers. Yeah. But here is again, it's like the magic pill. It's not Reiki that's saving you here.
Yes.
It's you giving yourself permission. That's what it is.
Yeah.
And working in digging in and seeing what's in here. Yeah. The same way that you did with your anger, and trying to understand the underneath what is in there, what's creating anger, what's the story since childhood that I'm bringing forward, that you just becoming aware.
And I think what you said is so important. Like so many high achievers, and I'm talking about high achievers because I think there is so much pressure in our society to be achieving a lot these days, and and everything that you do is never enough.
Yeah.
And then people don't want to put themselves forward to say, hey, Angela, I need help, right? But like you said, it's not the Reiki that help you. Just that first step of saying, I have the intention to let go of this, to heal myself, to feel more peace, to feel more grounded. There, and showing up to your session, that is such a massive step for people to let go of their control, of their need to do everything on their own, because perhaps that's why they are sick. Like part of my sickness was that, I'm alone in the world. I've got to do everything on my own, right? Which is exactly what a cancer cell is. A cancer isolates from the whole and it starts creating, the disease, right? So that is such a massive step towards healing, and people don't realize that. People are sitting there scrolling, I've got to figure out everything on my own, and I've got to heal myself, and and they keep getting more and more, pain and sick and stuck. And, we all get stuck at some point in our lives. That's in something.
And the stuckness, it's a good thing.
Yes.
Yeah, feeling stuck is a sign that you are about to shift.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when people come here and they say, Angela, I'm just sick of this. I just thank you. This is great. Yeah, this is great. Because you're ready. Yeah, you're ready to be coachable. You're ready to go for a process of healing. But the I feel like holistic therapies, the difference between holistic therapies and traditional therapies is that the holistic therapy, first of all, address you as a whole, and
Yeah.
secondly, we believe that there is a power, there is a force within you
Yes.
that once you can connect to that, the answers come through. It's
That's
not me telling you what to do, it's not the psychologist telling you what to do, it's you finding your own truth.
yes.
Really powerful. That's
Yeah.
really powerful. Yeah. So I feel like the most important thing here for people that are watching this, if you're stuck or if you're going through hard challenge right now, is seeing how you can learn to receive love,
Mm.
learn to receive help and receive love,
Yeah.
especially and most importantly from yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
That's the first way to go about this. Where
Yeah.
you put yourself too much pressure, too much
Yeah.
responsibility. Yeah. You are allowed to calm down. You are allowed to go down to the floor. That's how
Mhm.
you come back stronger. So I do offer these sessions with holistic counseling, Reiki online and in person. And we
Yeah.
also have Australian Reiki school where we teach Reiki to people.
Oh, beautiful. I was
Yeah.
just going to ask you about that. Okay, awesome. So to book the sessions, they can go to your website
Yes,
or
you can go to website 𝗖𝗢𝗔𝗖𝗪𝗏
yeah.
.eu.
Yeah, I'll add the details below. Yeah.
And on Instagram, I'm always there. Angelica, that's how we met.
Yeah.
𝗖𝗛𝗪𝗏 Holistic. And I just find it a beautiful way to connect with people and meeting people like you.
Yeah,
So
thank you.
thank you.
And the Reiki school. So you teach Reiki as well?
Yeah, so the Reiki school is australianreikischool.com.au. And
Okay.
it's all there. The sessions are online. Course
Yes.
is online, but we have an element that's in person for you. One day that you have to come to the Central Coast or base for you to receive your attunement and practice Reiki. But we can also do it online.
Online completely. Perfect.
Yes.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much. You've explained so beautifully the whole thing
Thank you.
that I thought it was really, really, really good for people to understand from the perspective of, this is whole health, right? Like this is whole being. This is like we are all this whole thing, not just the physical or mental, emotional. And I think the energetic bit is such a of course, there is a lot of people talking more about it, but I really loved your explanation today, how you kind of took us step by step. And like you said, there's so much science behind all of that already that
Absolutely.
people can't deny that anymore. So it is real. So thank you so much. I'm going to add your details below. And, if you guys want to get in touch with Angela, as she mentioned, she's on Instagram. I'll add her details. But thank you so much. It's been absolutely pleasure and an honor to have you.
Thank you, Angelica, for this space, and thank you for, from your experience, your journey. Now you're bringing light to people, you're helping people. So thank you for that. Thank you.
Thank you